So I've got the floor patched and leveled and sanded so that I guess I'm just about ready to start putting the sheet vinyl down. I went to Lowe's this morning and got the sheet vinyl, and I think I'm gonna do this back room by itself because it's easy square to do, and then I'll probably right here put a seam, and I'll try to make it I'll overlap them and cut it with a razor blade so that I can put glue under it, so hopefully it won't be seen, but there was a threshold there anyway, so I could put that back down if I need to. And once I get this done, then this part is going to be a little more challenging. I've not done sheet vinyl before, so I'm just going to cut it to the full width, and then just try to go a little at a time, cutting here for the cabinets, and then just cutting not too much, and just cut a little more and a little more, and go all the way down and into the bathroom, and then hopefully I can get all this done in one piece too. If I can't, I'll just put a seam right here and then do this back part. I can't get that big platform out with the carpet on it, so I'll take all that stuff off of it and just probably have to lift it up and slide it under and position it and then glue it. I'm going to glue it around the edge. I got the adhesive that I need, so I think I'm just supposed to glue around the edge. I might put a spot in the middle here and there, but that's supposed to be sufficient. And then I've got a little more of this plank here to take up, but when I take it up, it's pretty sticky underneath, so I'm going to wait until I'm ready to put the vinyl down, and that'll just help hold it in place. Otherwise, I'm going to be sticking to it, and it's going to get covered in dust and stuff, and it'll be harder to get smooth. All right. I'm working on this piece in this back bunk room first, and I'm going to do it in one piece and then do the rest. So I just measured it and cut it outside, left a couple inches of border around it, or a couple inches of extra, so that I could cut it off and make it fit. So I've got the back was straight anyway, so I got that to fit. I cut that side off over there. Got this side off. It's not perfect, but I'm going to put a little small molding there. Working on these little places that go right around here, and just have to cut it just a little at a time. Cut a little more and a little more to get it there. I need to cut a little bit more right there. I'm working on this side, so you can see what I've cut. Just cut a little bit more and get that in pretty good shape, and then I cut a space I cut a slit here and a little hole there for those wires. Did the same thing over there. Got the gas line coming up here, so I got a place for that, so I'll cut this off. I think I may have to trim a little bit more on that side. Then I'll be ready to glue the edges down. So I got the back bunk room floor done, and I'm going to try to do the rest of it in one piece. I'm actually going to come up to the front and probably just go just underneath that platform, because I can't get that platform out of there. It's in the front of the camper right there, inside that little access hole right there is underneath. I will do that after I get the rest of it done. I think it'll be easier that way. So got it all laid out here. I blew the driveway off to get debris off of it, and rocks and pebbles and stuff, and so I'm gonna measure again and count planks and just do everything I can to make sure I get it cut right the first time. So that's what we're gonna do next. So I got this piece of vinyl cut to length and rolled it from both edges into the center, and I'm gonna have it go to right there. I think I can lift each end of this up and get it spread out okay. There's a bunch of water connections and pump and stuff right behind there, so I've got a little notch cut out, and then I'll put that last little piece in underneath, and you won't even see the seam. But so now is I guess the tricky part of getting it all lined up and then starting to cut it to fit. I was pretty nervous about making these cuts, but I had my wife and daughter hold up the vinyl, and I cut it right along here, and then from that point I cut up, and I cut sort of in at an angle, so to make sure I didn't go the wrong angle and have a gap over here. So I kind of cut up from here in, and the same thing over from that corner up and in just a little bit. And so now I've got a lot of extra, but it's going to be easier to trim and just make sure I don't have a gap there. So this back looks about the same. So I think I'll be able to get this side trimmed up and all the way down here and up to this little corner. And then I'll have to tackle this side. All right, after going very, very slowly, I have trimmed and trimmed this whole side and got it pretty good. I'm gonna put some quarter round down, or some kind of little molding down to cover up the crack. But I've got this side done, and I've got it going underneath there, back to that far, and then that'll allow me just to not have to move this whole thing. Once I get this over here, up under that side, then I can just cut another piece and put under there, and don't really ever see that anyway unless you're opening up one of the side doors for storage. But went pretty well. Went really slow and methodical, so this other side's going to be harder, but I feel like I can probably do it. This bathroom right here, I'm going to have to cut just for this little piece, and then this part, and then fold all that into the bathroom and cut all that out. So that'll be a challenge, but that's going to be tomorrow. One thing I did, and I don't know if this is advisable, I haven't heard anybody say to do this, but once I got it positioned like I wanted it, I put two little staples right there, and then on the other end I put two up under the platform just to hold it in place, so that as I'm trimming, and so that it wouldn't move very easily. And I also measured from the wall right here, little skinny part of the wall, to this line. Let's see, I think it was, this line was like 54 7/8 inches, and then I went all the way to the back and measured again from the wall to here, and positioned it so that it was exactly the same, so that I knew that I was straight. And if I'm off just a little bit, by the time I get back here, I might be off away from the wall. So that was something that took a while, and I was very careful about trying to keep it very straight. Once I got it straight, then I put a couple of staples in each end to help hold it, and I think that helped. So anyway, hopefully I can get it finished up tomorrow. All right, I got the other side roughly cut, and I'm kind of happy to have that done with, I don't think, any gotchas. So I do have a little wrinkle here, but I think if I trim a little more there, I can take that out. I also propped up this back here so that I could lift, unroll that roll up high and get it all straight where I could make all these cuts. And I believe that I've cut it so that I can trim it and it'll all cover. This part up here, you may have wondered, it still has the old flooring under. This section right here, just like right in here, is just the old flooring. And so I didn't take it up yet because when I take it up it's going to be sticky. So I want to get it all cut to fit, and then I'll pull all that up and then lay this down, and then put the glue around the perimeter and stick it down. All right, I finally got the trimming all done. I don't have it glued down yet, but I do have it trimmed all the way around in the bathroom, in the back bedroom. So I'm ready to start gluing, and I'm gonna glue. When I glued the other part, I probably glued 6 or 8 inches just around the edge, and that seems to be sufficient. And on this transition here, I believe I've got it lined up pretty well, and I'll put glue underneath, put a straight edge there, and cut through both pieces at once because it's overlapped now. Cut through both pieces at once and then lay it down, and hopefully it'll make a good seam. And I may go ahead and put that threshold over it anyway, but I want to see how good of a seam I can make. So we'll give it a shot. All right, I pulled up the existing planks here, scraped it to kind of get some of the excess stuff off of it. I've gone around this whole side on the edges with the glue into the bathroom and the back room. And I'm gonna fold this back over now, get it all smoothed down good and snug, and then I'll fold it back to the other side and do the other side. All right, I got the edges all glued, and everything fit back pretty good. I had just a little bit of a wrinkle here for some reason, and I pushed and pushed on it until I pushed it over here. It's just got glue here and here, so I pushed it where it would stay glued down and even all the way back here. So I do have to finish that, and I'll do that later. And I think I'm probably not going to put the toilet back yet. I don't think we're going to paint in here anyway, so let me paint the bathroom first. But really glad to have the floor project almost done. I'm going to put quarter round down, of course, and probably going to paint all the cabinets either white or that brown color that's back here, and we'll enjoy it. All right, it's taken me a little bit longer to get this final video out than I planned, but I do want to give you a look at how it turned out. We've actually been camping a few times in it since got the flooring all back in and everything put back together. So we'll start in this bunk room, and there's not much to see here except this little spot that remains after I got all the bunks back in. I did go ahead and put this threshold in to cover up that seam. So here's a look at the rest of the flooring. I did not get the quarter round put down yet, but I still do plan to do that. Take a look in the back bedroom. Can't really see much of the floor, but everything went back together nicely. The platform and the bed and everything went back together nicely. Also here in the bathroom, That's how that turned out. I did go ahead and paint the bathroom, painted the walls and the cabinet above and below. I think that turned out pretty well. Still thinking about maybe painting some of the other parts of the camper out here, maybe walls, maybe some of the woodwork. We'll see how that goes. But overall, I think it turned out pretty well. Oh my, what's that? That looks like another project right there.